Too sweet.
All right, welcome to episode 17 of Attention Wrestling Disorder. We are back after like a 2-week hiatus or whatever the hell it was, and I still have a kidney stone. Woohoo! This is RJ Show, the whole show, and nothing but the whole damn show, and that's what that's about.
I am the kidney stone. RJ Joe, no, I'm kidding. Now, I am Chuck, and also
Such a
I need
big
to point
show.
out that I defeated not your one, not your two, not your three, but your 4-time EOW Fantasy Champion and your new current champion, Chuck.
Just Chuck now?
Just Chuck. No acronyms.
5, no coffee.
The Chuck, and I'm awesome. Shit, I should.
Yeah, he won. I tip my hat on to him. He won. But I'm coming next season. It's on next season. And of course, I'm your Hot Rod 521.
You got to get through me this time. I won't let it happen again.
I've already done that twice. I think I'm about over that.
3 times is not going to happen, buddy. Anyway, who the hell are you?
Oh, boy.
He is the Hot Rod 521.
I'm the Hot Rod 521.
You just said who he was.
Despite the fact that Chuck beat me, I'm still one title ahead of him, but that's besides the point.
Until next season where I beat him again.
Or when I beat both
Yeah, no, you won't. Good luck with that.
both of your asses.
Not happening.
Good luck with that.
My time, bitches. But
Not happening. Not happening. So,
what's happening? Are you going to be delusional?
Before we get started, just a reminder, 2 weeks the season starts. Just a reminder.
Just a reminder.
Season 16 starts.
I'll put in the comments. I'll put the link to the league if anybody's interested in the page. I'll put the link again.
So a lot of stuff has happened in the wrestling world. First of all, thanks to Dirk Moore for stopping by, getting Chuck drunk off his fucking ass, making me laugh.
It was a good time.
Oh my God.
That was a fun time. Hey, it got us ratings. It's getting us the ratings. Because people...
Right? I mean, hey.
Just drunk Chuck is relatable. Apparently I'm still drunk for that episode because I can't think straight.
Drunk? You couldn't even say drunk Chuck. Are you drunk now?
I wish.
Right there. You still not, you know?
From, last episode, which was almost a month ago now. So yeah, I could still be drunk.
Right there.
Quick question before we get into it. Quick question before we get into it. How was Rancid drop kicks in the Bronx?
We didn't catch the Bronx. I heard some of their set outside. They were pretty good from the outside. I didn't physically see them, but Dropkick and Rancid were fantastic. And yes, I was drinking last night.
Did you lose your leg?
I did.
Dropkick reference.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Did they do any of the like nihilism stuff, Rancid, or was it all the hits?
The only stuff they really did they mostly did the hits. The only Let's Go track they did was Salvation. I was disappointed when you messaged me and you asked me if they did Sidekick. I love Sidekick. That's like my other favorite song on that record. And
they didn't do Nihilism or Ruby Soho? Or was that on the next album?
They did Ruby Soho. That was all in Out Come the Wolves, and they did a lot of the hits on that. They did Maxwell Murder. They did Ruby Soho. They did Olympia Washington. They did I'm trying to remember, did they do Journey to the End? They might have done Journey to the End.
Hyena?
Time Bomb. They did Ruby Soho. They did all the hits. They did Fall Back Down. They did mostly hits.
Hyena?
I don't remember them doing Hyena.
That was their first single off the album before Let's Go.
Yeah, that was their first record. Yeah, I know the song. They didn't. They mostly did hits. Again, I feel like they did some good gems. I'm trying to remember.
They did Roots Radical. No, that's not them.
That was on Out Come the Wolves.
Oh yeah, Roots Radical. Yeah.
They mostly did And Out Come the Wolves, and then they mostly did the And Out Come the Wolves stuff. But then again, that's like their most commercially successful
Time
stuff.
Bomb and all that stuff.
They did Time Bomb. They did Time Bomb, and they closed out Ruby Soho. Those are the last 2 songs they did.
Speaking of which, we got to talk about that too.
About what? Oh yes, we do. Oh yes, there's a lot to touch on this one. So, as normal, guys, folks out in the world, bear with us. We are very unorganized. We have the world's worst cases of ADDs, attention wrestling disorders you'll ever understand. So we'll be touching on summer. I'm sure we'll hit Summerslam.
26 minutes till NWA 73, but shall we start at SummerSlam? Where do you want to go?
We can start SummerSlam.
Start with SummerSlam.
We can do a quick recap.
I just want to start by saying this. Rod, how do you feel about my worst nightmare coming true?
I think
which
Ron
is
agrees with you on this one.
Well, I'm pissed off at what happened to Bianca because of my worst nightmare coming true.
Do not even get me started about that travesty. Don't get me started about that travesty. Do not everything that woman has done for this company this year, and you're going to job her out like that. This woman won a damn ESPY for this damn company, and you know how hard that is. Some of the world's best athletes can't even win ESPYs, and she won an ESPY for this company. And you just say, "Oh, fuck that!" Just like hand Becky the title like it was nothing. Like Bianca's reign didn't mean crap. Like if you honestly was going to take the belt off of Bianca to give it to Becky, you should have just made it a triple threat match and have her pin Carmella. That's what they should have done. That would have been a smart thing to do. But I forget, Vince ain't always the brightest crayon in the box. 27 seconds.
How do you say? They say, "Oh, by the way, Becky's back. She's going over," and I guess you have to say, "Okay."
Because she's Becky, right? Because for a guy who says AEW is not competition, his moves say otherwise. His bringing back Becky, handing her a championship that she didn't deserve, and don't give me that crap that she had to give it up because she was pregnant. That was like how long ago? Those have expiration dates. Those have expiration dates, and yet Bianca, who should have been given an immediate rematch, had to go through an elimination match to get a rematch for her championship. Yep. But Becky just comes back and gets it handed to her.
The heel, apparently.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I know.
Becky's being the heel that I want, so I could actually boo her and feel good about myself.
Oh yeah, because they're giving you shit because you were hating on Becky, but you were supposed to love her because she was supposed to be anti.
And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not hating on the fact she's back. I'm not even hating on the fact that she won the title. It's how she won the title that pisses me off. You don't job out Bianca like that. This woman has been the freaking biggest star in the last year and a half. And this is how you're gonna do her? This is how you're gonna have her title reign in.
That's right.
And
it's like Vince, are you really that scared of AEW that we had to bring Brock back? We had to hand Charlotte and Becky more title reigns just to combat the fact that Punk signed with AEW?
We need our 4 horsewomen angle. We need our.
That was my idea, damn it.
It was an idea for cashing in on, Jay.
All these moves Vince made for AEW is not competition, though. AEW is a competition, but we had to bring Brock back. We had to hand Charlotte and Becky title reigns.
And here's the thing, Rod. The only competition, the only person who views everyone else as competition is WWE, because everyone else is working together. All of the companies are working together.
They are working together, but I do think to a point that AEW is trying to compete with WWE because they're trying to quarter that same market WWE is to a point. I'm not saying I disagree with your sentiments, but I do think that they are trying on some levels to compete with WWE and try to outdo WWE.
Of course, I mean,
they're never going to. I love AEW. At this point, I'm more of a fan of AEW's product than WWE's product, but I don't hate.
I'm not going to say they won't. I mean, put it this way, is AEW going to put WWE out of business tomorrow? No. Are they competition? Absolutely.
I wish.
Absolutely.
Going with AEW, I hope WWE runs out of all ideas because their ideas are shitty right now.
Their best writing is SmackDown. It's actually at a point where SmackDown, in my opinion, is better than NXT. Right.
NXT, what the fuck are they doing with NXT?
They're rebranding.
Who knows right now? No one even knows right now. They got a new logo, a new song.
You don't even know what's going on with Sasha. You only speculate it was the corona.
Right? I mean, so many rumors are flying. There's Rona rumors. There's rumors that she got taken out because she won't get vaccinated. There's rumors that she's pregnant. There's all types of rumors with her right now.
What happened to just being banned?
No one knows right now.
Finding out what the fuck happened. Let them release that information when they're ready. Why does every fucking smart wrestling fan have to be fucking detective for what fucking goes on in wrestling? I don't get it.
Welcome to the age of social media.
It's
Oh, you
just
mean
it's
all the
annoying.
Einsteins on social media who know more about freaking wrestling than the people who are writing the show do? Even the smart marks who know more, even the smart marks who know more about pro wrestling than the people writing it. Come on.
Of course.
Report Club today, Chuck.
Oh, I know. I see that. Got
I got my
I got my
AJ,
Omega shirt. Let me kind of lean down for a second. I'm gonna put it back up. But yep, my old Kenny Omega shirt.
What do you guys think of that? There was a tease to jump around at the New Japan Strong pay-per-view where we could see Good Brothers versus God, old you know,
the old
like
guard versus the new guard.
I will 100% be behind the Good Brothers.
Well, technically,
God is
I
not
will
new
eat
guard.
dirt.
It's old
I
guard
will
versus
eat
old
dirt
guard.
before I ever root for Tama Tonga. I will eat dirt on here before I would ever root for Tama Tonga.
That feud. But here's the kicker about God versus Good Brothers. The kicker is that technically Tama Tonga and Carl Anderson joined the Bullet Club the same day. So it's the legitimate battle of who's the better OG. That's what makes it interesting.
It's OG versus OG.
Yeah. Because Gallows was the next person added in after Carl Anderson. Like it was the original four were Devitt, Fale, Tonga, and Anderson, and then it's funny too because right after that it was Doc Gallows and the Young Bucks were the next batch of members.
Yeah, Gallows joined I think a couple months after he left Impact.
Yeah, he pretty much went to New Japan right after and joined.
Oh yeah,
and then like a little while later when I guess Tonga Loa's Impact deal was up, he went over there too. Because wasn't Tonga Loa in Impact for a while?
I think I believe he might have been. I mean, obviously,
because I know he was Camacho in WWE, but didn't he have a short run in Impact too? And then he went to New Japan.
Sounds right.
I think he had a run in Impact too.
So, so let's I guess go through SummerSlam real quick because I mean I want to talk about the new John Cena in another company.
Yeah, let's touch SummerSlam. Let's go down. We don't have to go too in depth because everybody's seen it now. Everybody knows what happened now. It's been
Lesnar's back. Roman's still the champ. Lashley's still the champ, which is good because you're keeping them strong.
Yeah, they're both holding the titles good right now. That's smart booking. I'm trying to think what else happened. Brain farting. Still drunk from Dirk Warren. Dirk Warren knows how to drink.
And Priest won the United States title.
Priest won the title. That was a good match. That actually was a good match. A lot of people around about Sheamus. I still think Sheamus is great.
Sheamus is fine, but I love.
It's just that U.S. title reign has been underwhelming, but that was a hell of a match, though.
Well, the U.S. title has always been underwhelming unless you have the right person holding it.
What about the Intercontinental title? They have a great person holding it, and they're doing shit with it.
Well, the problem with when you have a guy like
Nakamura just got it a couple of weeks ago, so
Yeah, but they should make the Intercontinental title more prestige. It's been around the WWE much longer than the United States title is WCW.
I know. I agree right now. I agree. Cruz's reign could have been great, but it was horrible. It was underwhelming. Just like Sheamus's reign was underwhelming.
The problem is they have too many talent. They have too many mid-carders swimming around, and they don't know what to do with half of them. That the mid-card suffers half the time anyway. It sucks. The problem with WWE...
No, because I will say this to the day I die, and Amanda Deal disagrees with me with this, and that's her right to what I'm saying. The WWE has legit probably the most talented roster in the world, and doesn't know what to do with it.
They have too many fucking people. And again, that's the problem. But that's where AEW is going to have problems too. You're going to have too many.
Yeah, and you were saying that because now that they got Christian, but they're being smart with Christian, giving him the Impact title, so he can now work with young guys on both brands.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing good. They're making him look valuable as a top tier guy, and they're also giving back to Impact.
So yeah, it's getting a little crowded. Miro was kind of getting pushed back, but they're keeping him valid with the Eddie Kingston angle now.
Who?
Miro.
Oh, Miro. Yeah. Miro. But again, even AEW, you're gonna start seeing what Miro.
My opinion, he's been definitely the most dominant TNT champion ever. No question, he's been the most dominant.
He only had 3 of them.
4, but okay.
Again, see, point proven. Oh, the most dominant. This company's only been around for 2 years. They only have 4
How
champions.
dare you say 3 when you know that there was the 4th one was one of the most special ones.
I know.
Fucking Brody motherfucking Lee.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. But
I
anyway.
discounted, all right? Again, I'm still drunk from jerk.
I'm trying to say I mean, besides the 2 women's title champ changes, what else happened?
I know Rod is thrilled about Becky Lynch beating Bianca.
Oh, that's you already heard my sentiments about that.
By the way, Roman Reigns won because say it, Chuck. Roman Reigns won because
that was a hell of a match.
John Cena sucks. John Cena.
Yeah, okay. He gave Roman a better challenge than freaking anybody else this year who faced Roman.
Oh, remember the last time they fought?
John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks.
That's a hater.
That's why. Yeah, because John Cena sucks.
Yeah, John Cena's gonna stop hating.
Yeah. So also another great thing happened. Charlotte won her 800th title because now they're cutting her title down lower. Every time she wins the title, somehow she.
Because I think they took away her 2. They took away her 2 NXT reigns, and I think they took away her 2 NXT reigns and her Divas title reign.
But why? I don't get that shit.
Because apparently, like. It's almost like what Vince is doing in NXT right now is punishment for them getting beat by AEW. That's the bottom line.
That's such a
what he's doing in NXT right now is punishment.
Oh, we forgot about the 2.
What?
Oh, we forgot about the 3 most important matches on SummerSlam that we haven't touched.
What?
Alexa Bliss beat Eva Marie because everybody cared about that match.
Oh yeah, 5-star match.
Eva Marie can kiss my ass.
Also, RK Bro won the tag titles. That one actually was good. That was actually a solid match. That one was good. Also, we forgot to acknowledge
both the tag title matches are solid.
We also forgot to acknowledge on the pre-show that Big E retained his Money in the Bank contract against Baron Corbin.
Oh,
Happy Corbin is my new favorite thing in wrestling.
Oh yeah, God. Oh, I'm sure Derek must be loving this right now with Corbin.
I'm actually intrigued by Corbin. Like I don't hate Corbin right now. Like I never was a fan of
Corbin. What the hell?
I'm sure Derek must be like freaking the happiest person in the world right now.
Happy Corbin. And that was so stupid too when he came out and he basically Big E was like, "Get out of here," and he just put his tail between his legs and walked away. Baron Corbin, the character, would never do that.
He basically buried himself. Corbin did. He's like, oh. Because you're gonna cash in and lose. That happens to people. And then Biggie's like, you mean people like you? He's like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, you just literally just buried yourself.
Pretty much. But that was kind of he was supposed to bury himself. He was supposed to look weak and shitty. Also, the Usos retained their tag titles against the Mysterios, who I have a feeling you're slowly getting your Dominic heel turn. That's a prediction after that.
That would be cool.
If you watch SmackDown, he was kind of getting like, oh, get off.
Yeah, I mean, the Mysterios, they're not broken up, but they're not teaming as much anymore now either. After what Ray said.
You know it. And it's going to break your heart, Rod, when Dominic turns on Ray. Same way.
I mean, it's been rumored for a while now that they're battling at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they're going to do a heel turn that one. That makes sense. You know what else is going to happen?
What?
Bayley will never turn babyface again.
Who?
Bayley. Never be babyface again.
Oh, okay. She might come back as a babyface. You don't know that.
Rod, I think your days of wrestling were over.
Especially with Becky heel on SmackDown. Why would you bring Bayley back as a heel?
She's never going to be the Bayley she was, but this Bayley is getting over.
This Bayley's very over. She gets good heat.
Well, actually, both Baileys got over.
This one
it's
got
just
over.
On the main roster, yeah, but the Bayley NXT got over big time.
Right. What was I gonna say? Also remember Edge beat Seth Rollins. That actually was a solid match. That was actually some good storytelling.
Did you hear about what happened with that?
With what?
So apparently, what I heard, he did the Brood entrance.
Yeah,
Gangrel was supposed to go in AEW.
I heard, and they had to cancel.
Yeah.
AEW's like, yeah, because
You know, he still got paid for that, right? You know, they still paid him for that, right?
I don't know.
They still paid Gangrel for that, even though they still paid him for it.
Yeah, well, no, apparently, and Gangrel commented he was like upset, but he didn't begrudge Edge for it because apparently Edge apologized to him, and also it turned out that WWE had it planned longer than AEW did. So it was one of those like that was like 2-3 months in the making that angle. Like they discussed that months ago. Like that was they just did it for that occasion, but like that had been discussed for months.
Tribute to Gangrel too. So it's like it's kind of fucked up that Gangrel made him feel bad about it because I mean this was a tribute to Gangrel and all.
No, he didn't make Edge feel bad about it. He was actually like he was disappointed that he didn't get to appear.
No, because what I saw and what I was reading in the interview or the podcast that Gangrel did, he basically said Edge got all quiet and was like, I'm sorry I did that, man.
I think Edge felt bad, like legitimately.
And he made me feel bad.
I don't think Edge knew that he was supposed to go on AEW doing a similar thing.
Well, you know what? So what? It was Gangrel's thing to begin with. Why
they should have just done it anyway. I agree, but I get it. It's the novelty. I get it. Apparently, Edge hated the fact that it had to be black blood. They can't do red blood because of PG ratings or whatever. It had to be black, and they weren't letting up on that.
Yeah.
Stupid.
The black blood looked stupid as hell, personal opinion, but
I'm not gonna lie. You know what feud I am going to look forward to though is that Street Profits versus Uso feud coming up.
I know where the Usos retain.
What?
Okay,
we'll see about that.
The bloodline.
We'll see about that.
Because they're a bloodline.
Yeah, no, it's the most dominant faction in the company. I mean, how else could you freaking get a D-Way and become a tag champion afterwards?
Because again, we've already mentioned this, but I'm going to remind everybody: if you really watch the way they book Bloodline, anytime the Usos lose, Jimmy Uso eats the pin. When was the last time Jey Uso got pinned? Since the D-Way, he hasn't. He hasn't been pinned since.
Still champion, though. Like they still became champions.
Because again,
I've seen bigger stars than Jimmy Uso lose title opportunities because of that. Perfect example. Jack Swagger.
Somebody that just doesn't fail to amaze me anymore, and just I'm so sick of them because the only company that doesn't work well with others.
Well, I mean,
they don't want to work with others.
And this is what his dad used to do. His dad was the original, the Forbidden Door. Vince Senior loved working with all these companies. Soon Vince McMahon Jr. took over, though. It was all about putting everybody out of business so he could be the only juggernaut.
Yeah,
well, that's exactly what happened, because back in the day when it was Vince Senior and it was the territories.
Yeah, he loved working with all the other territories, like Stage and Talent and stuff.
Well, Senior was, though, but...
Well, that's kind of what wrestling's going back to, not on WWE's level.
And they kind of did with ECW and NWA, but not, that was short-lived.
That was short-lived, and the NWA angle wasn't really NWA, it was just the name.
And Smokey Mountain, they worked with a bit.
What happened?
They worked with Smoky Mountain also. Well, it was probably...
Yeah, because Cornette was working there. So
Cornette came in as the character. And then once Smoky Mountain folded, Jim Cornette signed the full contract and then sold all the rights to WWE.
So where do we go from here? I mean, a lot's been going on.
I mean, we forgot the most important match, SummerSlam. Drew McIntyre beat Jinder Mahal.
Lashley retained over Goldberg.
No one cares.
No one cares.
Referee stoppage, lame.
Oh, right. And putting his son in the Hurt Lock. Okay. Drama.
And the Roman Reigns Cena match actually wound up being better than I expected it to be, but again,
it was the longest match of the night.
And the Tribal Chief won because he's better than your stupid boy John Cena.
Pretty much.
Yeah, let's not go nuts now.
John Cena sucks.
So, I mean,
yeah, okay.
Do we jump to last night? Did we talk about what's going on with Impact? Do we talk about? We got a bunch of stuff because
We
last
can do
night.
We got takeover. We got takeover to discuss.
Yeah.
Let's run down takeover quick. We'll keep it. We'll keep
Cross
it quick.
loses to Samoa Joe, only to turn into a gladiator the next night.
Because that's WWE booking. Let's bury them on NXT so when they come on the main roster, they look super strong.
For a day.
For about 5 minutes. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you know, this is the same company that was that, you know, I had Dakota Kai as this big heel, but then they put on main event as a face.
How did they make her main event?
Like when she had her match against Aaliyah, she was the face in the match. She was out slapping fans' hands and everything.
Dakota Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched it. Yeah, it was stupid. But then they had.
Why would she do
also,
that? Because she was the heel, and Raquel was the face
in the match. Yeah, no, at Takeover, the match for the women's title, yeah, Raquel was the face and Kai was the heel. But on main event, he's right. I watched it. I actually did watch it because I was looking for something to watch one night. I was trying to sleep. Because, you know, I use the main event the same way I use Raw as a freaking sleep aid. Because they're all snooze fest. They're all snooze fest at this point. So, yeah, and it was stupid too because they had Aaliyah bury Dakota Kai. They made Dakota Kai look like shit compared to
like there's the woman who's fighting for the NXT Women's Championship. You haven't looked to Aaliyah of all people.
Well, apparently they have high hopes for Aaliyah on the main roster. I feel like, you know what's going to be crazy?
I haven't seen her yet. Oh, and what about Toni Storm? She's now a face again.
Yeah.
4 minutes till.
You can't. I mean, they can't find out for her, but you gotta make sure you give that sellout plenty of freaking TV time though.
Oh! You didn't love that Brock Lesnar's back? That's amazing. I'm so excited that Brock Lesnar.
Oh no! I'm not talking about that sellout. No, I'm talking about the female sellout.
Which female sellout?
Becky Lynch.
Selena Vega.
Great. I love that. You know, fuck Bianca Belair. She's overrated.
She's the female sellout.
But because we all know that. Yeah,
Miss, I'm all for unionization, but as soon as Vince throws a few extra bucks in her face, she changes her stance real quick. So
you know what else?
You know what really
Bianca Belair sucks too. She's overrated.
You know what really pisses me off? You go to fucking Impact, and you know the match was great. You know, Christian Cage, he's working with Brian Myers. They had a great match. That was
a very good match.
Next thing that happens, Ace Austin is the next #1 contender. And what the fuck do they do on Impact? They bring that fucking nothing who is.
You don't leave Tommy Dreamer alone.
Tommy fucking Dreamer. And they're gonna, if he beats Ace Austin next week, it's a triple threat. Why the fuck do that? Leave it as Chris.
Because Dreamer can take the pin. Dreamer can take the pin, and Ace Austin looks strong still.
Wait. So rewind. So Christian Cage and Ace Austin was the title, and if Tommy Dreamer beats Ace Austin, it's a triple threat match.
Yes.
That's going on in Impact right now.
That motherfucker out of main events.
Not even that. Here's my kicker. What is this WWE?
Okay, so you want Ace Austin to lose because he ain't beating Christian. Let's just face facts here. You're not gonna have Christian beat Kenny Omega, lose to Ace Austin. Let's just face facts here.
It's more special if it's a one-on-one, and you know I don't see why Tommy.
No, I disagree with that. You can have Dreamer take the pin.
But Tommy Dreamer is a name of the past. Stay home.
You can have Dreamer take the pin, so therefore Ace Austin can still be the inedible one, and Christian still is the world champion.
2 minutes.
It makes them both look good.
We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to be exact.
Not here. 1 minute and 58 seconds to be exact.
Oh, and speaking of the whole Raquel and Dakota thing, so Kaylee Ray's officially NXT now.
I know, and that's fucking awesome.
That's good. I'm excited about that. I like Kaylee Ray.
I agree. I'm just saying she made her appearance after the match at Takeover.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. See where they go.
She wrestled some no name on NXT.
Valentina Flores.
No name.
Should be a name someday.
Oh my
But you know,
god!
it was an amazing match. You know, it was
No
a
name.
storytelling match and sadly crazy historical context. Kyle O'Reilly beat Adam
Put
Cole.
yourself in the
That was
picture,
Adam
too.
Cole's last NXT appearance.
Yep.
That wound up being.
And as of right now, he's an officially free agent as of Friday.
Yeah, so we'll find out. If
And surprisingly enough, though, as great as that match was not even the highest rated match of the night. That goes to the NXT UK Championship match.
That match was match of the year, dude. That was the match of the year for WWE.
That match got 5.2, 5.25 stars.
Because Ilya Dragunov is a beast, and so is Walter, and that match was.
I agree.
That is match of the year Academy for WWE this year.
The fact that he tapped out Walter really made a statement. Now he ain't just he tapped him out. That really made a statement.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
But you know, here's the thing. I was talking to some people though, and I heard that like over there in the UK, like NXT UK was getting like government funded, but that ends next month. So you know what that means if that does end next month, right?
What does that mean, Rod?
That WWE's probably they're probably going to get hit with the next amount of releases. They're probably going to be the next ones hit.
Oh yeah,
because it's technically government protected. So unless your name was in that speaking out movement, you was pretty much safe. But now that the government's not going to be funding them no more, they probably going to be the next freaking.
It's probably true. I know.
Bunch of releases next month.
That's a solid point. Speaking of also quality matches or entertainment matches, Cameron Grimes beats LA Knight.
Yeah,
that's actually a really good match. That was a solid match.
It actually wasn't bad. I don't like LA Knight like that, but I thought the match was.
No, I'll say this right now. The worst match probably on the entire Takeover card was that Trey Baxter Ridge Holland match. That match was decent, and it was still better than majority of SummerSlam.
He loses everything, that kid.
That's because Rod is still butthurt about Bianca Belair, the overrated talent, losing her belt to Becky Lynch, the real star.
Get over there. Overrated my ass.
I actually like Bianca Belair, but it's just funny to annoy you. Because you're so passionate, Rod, and you get
such a degenerate, I swear.
I'm not degenerate, I'm just talking about it.
Uh-oh.
No, yeah, okay.
Right,
What the boom just happened?
So I will say.
But hey, since we're talking about NXT, I do want to send a special shout out though. Congratulations to Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae on having their first kid.
Hey, congrats to
who and who?
Candice and Gargano.
Oh, they got
Gargano LeRae having a baby.
Candice Braggers.
No, they're having one. She's pregnant.
Are they going to like kick? Is it a boy or a girl?
I don't think they've revealed that yet.
Well, if it's a girl, you think?
Yeah, they just found out, so you know.
Hey, I'm loving that angle. Johnny Gargano.
I think the weight's pretty much done at this point.
Johnny Gargano is hilarious.
I mean, right now, Austin Theory pretty much walked out on him a couple of weeks ago. I think the weight's pretty much done at this point. Well, apparently, Gargano's supposed to be like the new big heel of NXT. Like, he's gonna be like the big heel, like the top heel of NXT going forward.
Who is?
Gargano.
Gargano is a funny heel, but I don't think he's gonna be a heel much longer. I think they're slowly babyfacing him again. I feel like he's kind of becoming a babyface.
No, I was reading. He's supposed to be. They're supposed to be making him the top heel of NXT right now.
Oh, they're making him a heel because he's going.
I've been thinking about Cross went to the main roster, Cole left, so you know.
Maybe, yeah. By the way, unrelated.
I mean, the only person you might maybe put in that role is Pete Dunne.
Promos. These Evan Stevens, JR Kratos promos are fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I love it.
I haven't.
They are.
I wore the wrong shirt.
I have a feeling though. I have a feeling they could lose these titles tonight though. My Rebellion's been looking real strong as of late.
I love Aaron Stevens. He's so fucking such a great talent.
Is this supposed to be an 80s promo?
What happened?
Is this supposed to be an 80s promo?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be old school promo,
yep. It was hilarious. Oh, so with that being said, guys, we're on.
Oh, 1968. Okay, it's the 60s.
It is, okay, it's 60s. But I love the old school they're doing. So, on that notion, we all clearly have it on the background. How about Empowerrr last night? I did watch it.
The freaking amazing.
Was a mess. A hot mess. Thank you.
It was a hot mess.
Chelsea Green taking on Camille tonight. But that match between Camille and Layla Hirsch, as Chuck would say, fire.
It was. I'm going to say
that match was amazing. Layla Hirsch came to play.
That is the best match I've seen Layla Hirsch have yet. I'm not saying she has bad matches, but I'm saying if you really watch AEW, she doesn't do a lot of big matches. She mostly just does dark matches on dark, and they're mostly squashes. So it was nice to actually.
Someone say that was the best match Camille's ever had too. To be honest,
I don't think.
Someone say that was Camille's best match too. To be honest,
I'm agreeing with you.
Layla made Camille, not look dominant, which was cool. They kind of took her down.
Yeah, exactly. It made Camille look strong as the premier NWA champion, and it also made Layla Hirsch prove that she's a fighter.
So Camille really sold for her.
She did. I know. They made each other look.
Especially on those German suplexes. I mean, how many people can you say was like can say they do around Camille like that? She was really laying her in with those German suplexes.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. The Chelsea Green match was good too with everybody. A lot of good talent there. It was good to see Santino's daughter in there.
It was.
She's hot.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold she's hot. Chris Van Vliet just had her on his show like last week.
Oh yeah, well,
I saw some of the clip. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the clip.
Chelsea Green is bigger than her fiance right now.
She's appearing more than her fiance, but
I mean she's doing more, but I wouldn't say she's bigger yet.
However, Zack Ryder is still the GCW champion. He did beat Nick Gage.
No, he's not. Matt Cardona is.
Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona.
Such a degenerate, I swear.
Hey. Whatever.
Matt Cardona, man.
Matt Cardona's my guy.
That picture of Chelsea Green with the two titles.
But I ain't gonna lie though. Wow, yeah. So I will not lie though. That Awesome Kong Gail Kimson, man, that was emotional.
That was cool.
That was
they were the two women that redefined women's wrestling in the late 2000s.
Rod, did you have the waterworks going when they were hugging in the ring? Wasn't that a tender moment?
I ain't gonna lie, I did.
What did you say?
Yeah, thank you, Kong. I'll be the first to say thank you, Kong.
You're a mark for Kong.
Yeah. Kong,
they redefined women's wrestling in the late 2000s.
They're the reason that women's wrestling is where it is, not the WWE doing what they're doing. It was also
one of the greatest things in women's
wrestling. And while we on that subject, I can honestly say, since I watched both of them, Empower Blue Evolution out the water. By far.
I agree.
Empower made Evolution their bitch.
Evolution was good, and it was a good concept.
The only advantage that Evolution had over Empower was maybe it had more bigger name stars on it. Otherwise, all the check marks go to Empower.
Rod, that was such a Breckles comment to me. Jay, did you hear that? That was such a Breckles comment.
What
no, it wasn't. Because Breckles would not have said, no offense, Steve, but Breckles would not have said all the other check marks go to Empower. He was just basically saying Empower sucks.
Because he's looking at the production.
That's the difference between me and Breckles. I mean, I get why he's a WWE mark. He has every right to be. He's one of the few people I would actually give credit to. What's the name?
I mean,
if WWE did for me what they did for him, I would be a pro WWE guy too, like he is.
No, Bailey did. You're just.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Diamante and Red Velvet and Kylan King killed last night, and predictable as it was, Allison Kay and Marty Bell winning those titles because they were already part of NWA.
Well, that's the thing. You still got to. Again, if you're doing your brand show, you still have to push your talent.
Well, Conrad Thompson here on commentary. Okay.
This guy on commentary when it's an all women's pay-per-view. Conrad Thompson. It's Conrad Thompson.
I like Conrad Thompson. He might be Bruce Pritchard's. He is. You know what Conrad Thompson reminds me of? He is to Bruce Pritchard what Ed Ferrara was to Vince Russo. The right-hand man holding the papers.
Oh my God.
Conrad Thompson is like the reason that a lot of these wrestlers are relevant again, you know, with the podcast and shit. Conrad Thompson is like keeping these guys.
But you know, I will say this: that Melina Diana Purrazzo match was amazing.
That was one of
like Melina, for somebody who is not in her prime, she showed out last night.
Melina can still go.
She showed out.
Diana
I'm not saying she can't go.
Oh, we're getting Kylie Ray Mickey James tonight.
Yep. It's always good seeing Tim Storm in the ring.
It's NWA, so he is in the ring.
You know who the masked man is under the mask?
He's actually wrestling tonight?
No, still don't. Yeah, Tim Storm. It's a triple threat: him versus Crimson versus Latimer.
Wrestling tonight.
What else we got? So the two next matches are good.
The Masked Man versus Pope in the end.
Yeah.
So the Masked Man's a bad guy now?
Well, he technically always was.
I didn't think he was a bad guy. So.
No, he was. It's just, you know, like being on Team Pro. You know, each team had their heels and faces on it for the championship series.
Oh, is that what they're going? That's probably what they're going with. That. It's probably like championship series still.
By the way,
I enjoyed the championship series. I'm going to hold you.
So did I. Good for Team Pope winning.
Like, I don't watch NWA as closely as you guys do, but I do enjoy it when I do watch it. I actually love the presentation of NWA. I love the old school.
My girl Chelsea Green versus Camille.
Oh, that's your new girl? Not Britt Baker.
Out of all the matches, I feel the tag title match is the most likely to change hands.
I think most of the belts are going to change hands. I don't see Trevor Murdoch.
I don't see Storm beating. I don't think Storm's beating Adonis because he's still technically on the Impact contract, so I don't know how this is going to work.
What do you mean? Trevor Murdoch is not under Impact.
What?
No, I said Storm.
Oh, Storm.
So I don't see him losing. I don't see Adonis losing.
I thought he was back in NWA.
At least that I know of.
Oh, the other Storm is on. Tim Storm.
Yeah, James Storm. He's fighting Adonis tonight for the national title.
Oh, is he?
James Storm.
Oh, let's see how we kick it off. Oh, wow, the triple threat. Yeah, here you go. The perfect Storm, Tim Storm.
What did you think of the lesser-known talent last night?
It was good for them getting that good exposure.
No, there's some good untold
Yang
talent.
Yang's daughter.
Like the hometown girl 2D Lynn making it to the end.
That was good. No,
I was actually happy she didn't win because I don't think that would have gone over as well.
I like that they brought in Debbie Malenko too.
Who is Debbie Malenko?
It was good seeing Medusa last night.
Debbie Malenko she came up around the same time as like Norman Smiley, like X-Pac, early 90s trained.
Debbie Malenko.
Debbie Malenko wrestled predominantly in Japan, mostly for All Japan.
Is she a Malenko, I asked you?
She is not actually a Malenko, but she trained with the Malenko, so she took the name. She's not technically Malenko, but because she trained under Boris, actually Dean Malenko helped train her. Dean Malenko was one of the guys who trained her. That's why she took the name at the moment. It was Dean and the father. I think
Tom Latimer actually comes
the 100-year-old female wrestler gimmick was hilarious last night.
Who was hilarious?
I can't think of her name. The female that claims she was 100 years old, like she's like a freaking century-old wrestler.
Thunder Kitty. My new
favorite. Yeah, there you go. I couldn't.
Which one's Thunder Kitty?
Oh, she was hilarious.
Which one was Thunder Kitty? I don't remember.
She was the old lady wrestler who was 100 years old.
Yeah, the
I don't remember
older,
there being an old lady wrestler in which
She
match.
wasn't really old. She like dresses like an old time
She
wrestler.
was in the Battle Royal. Yeah, I mean the Gauntlet match.
Which match?
She was in the Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet match. The main event.
I don't remember. Maybe we should lower it so we don't piss people off.
Wait a minute. Is that, snap. What the hell?
Who is that?
That's Jackson.
Who?
That's Jackson's Crimson's partner. They're the War Kings. Well, I guess not anymore now. Yeah.
So is this
What the hell is he doing?
heel turn? Do I see a heel turn?
Well, wow.
Wait,
Okay.
Wow.
Jackson
Jackson
James,
Oh, God.
not tag team partner anymore. What do you
What
think of Yo turning on Show turning on Yo?
Oh, I'm all about it. I think it's great. All about Show turning on Yo.
Since I don't speak Japanese, do you know why Show turned? What his explanation?
I gotta watch the backstage segment. They did reveal it, but I gotta read the translation.
But I don't speak Japanese.
Well, no, I think if you go, I can't remember what show it was. I don't remember which event it was. I think the backstage they have the subtitles. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Is this a hardcore match or not? Or is this?
No, but this match hasn't officially started because Crimson never got in the ring.
Oh, look, it's Davari out there chilling.
Which one?
I'm about to say, man, you can't know how you just. Wow, I can't believe the referee has to start this after that.
Doesn't Davari work for WWE again?
No.
I heard he was a producer again.
No, he left again.
Oh, he did? Because I heard they just
I
rehired
forget
him.
where he is now, but yeah, he's a producer somewhere else.
I heard they just rehired him.
No, Sean Davari's at this event. Guess not.
I'm glad then, because I like seeing Davari in all these other places.
Oh wait, I guess this is a hardcore match then.
I guess it is, whatever.
But I didn't think he was gonna.
So, what do you guys want to do? Because I'm like getting distracted.
Why don't we do it? Why don't we do a quick preview for All Out? Why don't we do it?
All right, we can do that.
We'll kind of wind it down. I mean,
all right.
That's going to be great. You got Kingston versus Miro. You got CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Britt Baker versus
Cage Omega too.
Chris Statlander, but she's going to retain.
You got 21 women.
I don't know. Statlander's been on the roll, man. You got the Bucks versus the Lucha Bros in the cage match.
It's going to be her.
You got Jericho MJF.
And Jericho loses his in-ring career is over.
Yep. Do you think Jericho is actually retiring, or do you
Not
think
yet.
he's? Yeah, so he's probably going to win.
He's probably going to win this. He'll probably win.
So we got the 21-woman classic casino battle royal.
Yes. Winner earns a future title shot.
I have a feeling.
Is it going to be a men's battle royal or just a women's?
They're just doing a women's on this one.
Right now, it's just a women's.
I don't know. I'm feeling Thunder Rose is going to win it. And she's going to eventually.
She would be my wild card pick.
Do you think Lucha's going to?
I think I would go with Ty Conti.
I don't. Did you ask me if Lucha? Jurassic
Going to
Express
beat
won
the
the
Young
tag title?
Bucks. Yeah.
Or Lucha?
Yeah, I think they will.
I don't know.
Lucky for you, Chuck, it's happening before the season of AEW.
I know, but not even that. I'm mixed and I love both teams. I'm mixed because I love both teams.
I knew it was going to happen because they already did the Jurassic Express Young Bucks match.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
And that was a hell of a match. The finals, that was a hell of a match. That match really could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was an amazing match. That was fire. On Rampage, that was good. I think I'm going down the card of All Out right now.
What do you think about The
Hang on. Jay, you somehow muted yourself. Do anything? No. All right. So I think let's see what's going down the front. At least fixing that. What happened there? I think Omega's going to be Christian Cage on the AEW title end. I don't see Omega.
Yeah, I don't see them having Christian beat him for 2 different titles.
Right. I could see Andrade beating Pac. As much as I like Pac, I think Andrade's going to win that. He's still new.
Oh, wow. This is going to... God! That safety rail's done, and so could possibly be 10 Storm right now.
I think, let's see what else we got. I think, obviously Paul White's going to be QT Marshall. We're not going to have anything else.
Oh, yeah.
I think Punk is going to be Darby. I think Britt Baker's going to retain, and I think Moxie's going to be Kojima, and Miro's going to retain. That's my.
Oh, wait. No way. No way. Is he coming back out here?
Who was that? Crimson? Yep.
Wow, Crimson is as tough as nails, man. He's coming back out here right now.
Hey, remember Crimson was like the unstoppable guy in Impact, and then he got
for like 2 years, he was pretty much unbeaten. I mean, him and Warren paid taxes, and then once they broke up, that was it.
Right. Where are Jay at?
I don't want. I honestly thought that year, 2011, he was going to give Crimson a world title run.
You thought that? I didn't think he was world.
Before they did that whole injury angle, he was killing the freaking BSG series.
This crowd is on their feet, and it's only the first match for NWA 73.
It's a pretty wild match, though. I gotta tell you.
It is.
They're really up in their game, NWA.
Like Crimson's banged up right now. Freaking Tim Storm probably ain't getting back up for the rest of this match.
Adam, almost Adam. Trying to unmute you.
Your best friend, your brother, and your tag team partner stabbed you with a bat. It's blindsided.
Trying to see if I can get Jay back on here. If there's anything I can do to help it.
I mean, you got every member of Strictly Business with matches here tonight.
Yeah, what I was gonna say.
Wait, is he gonna look for Seth Alley Driver? Drive right through both those chairs.
So for anybody who is listening to this and hasn't watched NWA yet, we're watching it in real time, so don't listen to our side comments about this review.
Yes, or we'll try not to say who wins or loses to spoil it for you.
Yeah, no spoilers. We're a non-spoiler group here.
Yes. We'll discuss the match, but we won't say who wins or loses, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, all 3 of these men have been through hell right now, but they keep going.
Got him back, and now Rod's out.
Yeah, I was.
No, hold on. All right, there we go.
To the little show.
You what?
To my daughter.
Oh, okay. All good.
It's the only time. Oh, it's for her.
It's commentating on this.
Talking about they're talking about All Out, yeah. Between All Out and commentating on this one. Damn, Storm and Crimson laid in those haymakers, and they both been. Crimson got put through a ladder. Storm got put through the safety rail.
Point of this match is there a?
I don't know there is one.
Name of this match.
Everything's legal.
Like if.
Oh no! I guess it's just a match for the pay-per-view.
I feel like it wasn't promoted well.
Hey, he just took the wrestler. That's all wrong. They're about to have a belt fight.
I guess this is the battle royal.
Oh,
Oh no, this is just a triple threat. This is okay. All right.
God, they're whipping each other like government mules in there right now.
Yeah, really. Jeez.
Oh!
So anyway,
All out. What do we think? So what were you saying?
I was talking about how like Malachi Black was an amazing who shouldn't be.
And now he's like barely being featured.
Dude, that was cool.
What happened?
Well, hey, good for young Brock Anderson sticking up for his dad the way he did. He knew he was outmatched, but he still went in there and gave it his best. Skywalk Slam. Wow. Won't say who won, but that was a hell of a match.
So what are we thinking on Omega Christian? I don't see Omega losing.
No, I don't see Christian winning two different, like. Don Callis will sell his soul to the devil if he hasn't already before he allows that to happen.
Right.
Omega, they're just making it a longer.
Yeah.
That's.
Also, yeah.
Oh wait! Whoa! We forgot about a match. Yeah, we forgot about a match at All Out.
What did we forget about?
Moxie versus Kojima.
That I'm excited about. I'm stoked. I like Moxie and Kojima because I like that they're doing the New Japan stuff with them.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we finally get Moxley versus Tanahashi. I can't wait till that finally happens.
That'll be good. They really need to keep him on the New Japan spectrum, not on the AEW spectrum right now, because in AEW he's still in sale. Right.
Moxley sucks.
My thing is this: if we are getting this Good Brothers versus GLD feud,
I want to see that.
I'm assuming that means Swan and Mac will probably win the titles from them. Then
I could see it. I could see that happening. Swan and Mac. What do you say?
And then Swan becomes the Triple Crown champion.
No, he was saying that he thinks the Good Brothers and the GOD feud is going to be that Good Brothers drop the tag titles to Swan and Mac.
Yeah. I'm sick.
In my opinion, had Swan not gotten injured, I think him and Mac was going to beat the North at Homecoming last year before that gruesome injury happened to Swan.
Yeah.
I think they were going to beat the North for those titles. Oh wow, here comes Mickey James, stepping in the ring after that awesome pay-per-view she provided everybody last night.
Yeah, now she's gonna have a quality match and kill it. It's gonna be a good one.
Smiley Kylie.
Oh, you mean the new Bailey?
He is the new Bailey.
The new Bailey. The one who's still doing the gimmick, because Dakota Kai ain't doing it either.
I'm just glad, NWA and Impact passed, things up after this whole fiasco with her.
I'm glad that she's at good headspace and she's wrestling.
Yeah.
Breakdown. I gotta go. I just don't understand it. He walks away. And what about Leo Tyler, who left AEW and is now trying to
What else we got on?
See, no. Here's the thing that I wonder.
What do you wonder, Rod?
And at Bound for Glory, Su Young beat Deanna to win the Knockout Championship. My question is, does that mean Kylie Ray was supposed to win that night?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
You guys are think of no wrestling.
What'd you say, Jay?
Mickey James, the only person to be a WWE Women's Impact Knockouts and WWE Divas Champion.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Barely. You're cutting out now.
Barely, yeah, literally. Like every other word you say is cutting out.
Yeah.
Leo's a liar.
What?
Leo,
What about EO?
the liar.
Who's a liar?
Look,
Oh,
You say
Leo.
EO?
Oh, Leo. Yeah. Leo Rush is a liar. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is.
Oh, Leo. I thought you said EO. I'm about to be like, wait, what?
Yeah, Leo Rush is a liar because he says he's going to retire all the time. But he doesn't retire.
All right, good sportsmanship being shown. I like the sportsmanship.
He's going to lie for his He's an entitled little jerk. I don't know.
you guys want to just call it a?
I mean, this is this.
I was trying.
Yeah, because you kind of.
We pretty much covered All Out. I mean, I was thinking we would do that. We would wind
Yeah.
it down. I think we're winding down anyway. I think we're so distracted by this, but this was a good segued episode of recapping everything and then calling it on All Out.
We took 2 weeks
Yeah.
to come back.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, I've covered my grounds. Have you guys covered your grounds? A little shorter.
I still believe that we're in a new era where everyone works together, and WWE better get on the bandwagon because I really think they're falling apart.
I agree, but you already know they're not. Until Triple H takes over, if Triple H is the person that's going to take over, it will not happen. As long as Vince is running WWE, he is not going to do that forbidden door. Hell would freeze over, in my opinion, first before Vince walks through that forbidden door.
I heard a rumor he was leaving.
What do you say, Jay?
I heard a rumor
What'd you hear?
Triple H is leaving.
Who is leaving?
I wasn't surprised after when they tried to do the NXT right now. Imagine Triple H walked through the forbidden door.
That would really screw things up.
Yeah, sure. You guys got any last
The
thoughts?
state of wrestling would be made that.
Okay, I'm lost. This is
I
like a
think
good
we're
match.
all, yeah, I think we all are ready for.
We called it.
What I think is next episode if you guys want, next episode we'll do a recap on this.
Maybe we'll try to get a guest or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see where the week.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. Hey.
All right.
Hopefully the whole kidney stone procedure goes well on Tuesday.
Good luck to you on Tuesday, Jay.
Hopefully, good luck with that.
I'm in the hospital last weekend. They couldn't get it out, so it's
That's my cover.
We're trying for.
Tomorrow. Woohoo!
And on that note, guys, I think we are just about outie. Again, guys, thank you for listening. We are the Always Attention Wrestling Disorder. For anybody who's a fan, we're watching NWA 73 tonight. Maybe we'll do a
Smile to the finish. Yeah, oh, well, she got the smile to the finish locked in.
There you go. All right, guys. Any final thoughts? On that note, I am Chuck.
Hey, everybody. For now.
You what? You have a thought?
Yeah. Hey, wrestling. Stop me on a comment on Twitter. You're fucking pissing me off. And killing me.
Jay's got thoughts for days.
That's it.
All right. On that note, guys, we are the Red Wrestling Disorder. We are just too sweet.
Later.